We're super excited to be here, super excited to play against Florida State. Outstanding program, outstanding team, outstanding coaches, tremendous history, all the way back to Coach Graff and Coach Alameda. What she's done here is just absolutely phenomenal. I love to watch him play. I love to watch him play in the World Series every year now. And so super excited to be here on this facility, and as we walk up, I see how much it's grown in the last few years. I got to play here a lot when I coached at Georgia from 2009 to 2014, and the facilities and around it's grown, so I'm excited to learn more about that. But just super excited to be here and be in this environment and get to participate against an outstanding program, outstanding coaches, outstanding players, and then to see our kids get to participate at this level for the first time. Just really a lot of fun, a lot of excitement.
Questions for NiJaree?
Can you just talk a little bit about what you see from FSU looking at the lineup as you prepare to face them?
Yeah, they're really good 1 through 9, and I think that's what makes them really good. They're like, I feel like 1 through 9 hitters are just really good, really stacked. There's not really a place where you can kind of relax. So as a pitcher, Jeff's definitely looking at that and knowing that all these games are going to be a good matchup.
The experience last year in Clearwater against them, how much does that help you in preparation? Because there's obviously some carryover with the lineup.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to look back at that. I know Coach Tara's probably already watched that film and everything. She's really good at just doing that and watching film and being prepared. So just relying a lot on her and seeing what she thinks will be best.
So Coach kind of alluded to the fact that Texas Tech hasn't really been this far, but you, as a team leader, you've been in plenty of pressure games. What have you kind of tried to tell your teammates about what to expect in these type of environments?
Definitely that it's fun and just enjoying the moment. I mean, there's, I feel like a lot of teams at this point haven't made it to super regional, so just trying to understand that and just being grateful to be here, but also the job isn't finished, and although this is super regionals and we're grateful for it, I feel like everyone wants to play at the World Series, so that's what we're here to do.
There was a blister on your finger. Are you more cautious playing?
Honestly, no. I'm just gonna go out there, do my best, just push through anything. I mean, this is where I've always wanted to play. I just trying to get to the World Series. So, and obviously, hoist the trophy at the end of the year. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get there, pain or not. So.
What has this experience meant to you? I mean, first time in school history that y'all made it to the Super Regional. Now trying to get to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, it's been incredible, and honestly, I feel like I really felt it at regionals at Texas Tech this past weekend. We just had so many alumni and a lot of people reaching out, and just a lot of we had a tailgate and it was packed. So just we were really able to just feel the impact we've made in the community, and hopefully keep growing softball and love again at Texas Tech.
What's the best way to describe this Texas Tech team from playing with this team all year? Like, how would you describe this team and why they got to where they are?
Yeah, I would say we just like to play for each other, and I feel like we just build from each other a lot. Like if one person gets a hit, the next person's getting a hit, and we can just keep growing from that. So I'd say just playing for each other.
Anything else? Okay. Thank you, NiJaree.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you. All right. Any questions for Coach Glasco?
Coach, beyond the stats on the paper and the shutouts and what you guys have done, what makes this team special?
I think that this team has grown enormously from February to now. And I think, like NiJaree said, their commitment to each other. I think that they all started, everyone was putting too much pressure on herself, trying to play up to NiJaree's standard or be good enough to help NiJaree win. And it took me a few games at the beginning of the season to realize, like, the hitters, what's going on with these hitters? Because like after 2 weeks we were batting like 130, and I think our team banner was literally like 130 after 2 weeks, and we weren't scoring runs. And I finally figured out they're trying to do more than they can. They're not playing for the team, or they're not playing for each other. They're not trusting each other. So at that point, I started putting a lot of emphasis on, don't worry about your performance, worry about making the other 8 players in the lineup better each day. be the greatest teammate you can be, saying things that'll impact the teammate. Your focus during the 7-inning game should be on how to make the other 8 girls play their best, not on whether you're 2 for 3, 1 for 3, or 3 for 3, but what can I say that'll make those other girls, 10 for 21 instead of 6 for 21? How can I be a great teammate? And I think that they bought into that, and then we started seeing success, and they've really gotten, I think, really good at that right now. And they're all playing for each other, and you'll hear them saying that over and over. We're playing for each other, we're playing for each other. So they bought into that, and I think that's what's making them good.
How great is it to have a young lady that is exceptional at softball like she is, setting the tone though for everybody else?
It's a lucky day every day when you go to the softball field and you have NiJaree Canady leading your ball club. Her work habit, and I knew she was a good ball player when I watched her. I've watched her since she was 7th or 8th grade, and watching her grow up and then watching her in the World Series with Stanford. Everyone in America knew she was a tremendous softball player. But when you see her every day in practice, and you see her work habit, and you see the tenacity with which she competes to get better each day and improve her own performance every single day, that's when it dawns on you how special of a talent she is. And to have that leading, when she comes in the batting cages every day, she's focused. And I tell the kids yesterday, 2 rounds of 8, everybody take 8 and 8, and we'll do that 4 times, so you'll get 132 swings. And I tell the kids, now NiJaree gonna go 23 and 23, and she's gonna have 480 swings, because she won't just take 8. She just takes more than everybody else. And we all laugh, everybody knows that's true. But that's the kind of focus that she has, and that makes everyone better when your leaders work that hard. First one there, last one to leave. When we played Mississippi State in the regional final Sunday, we had voluntary hitting early in the morning. Everyone was gone. NiJaree was still in the cages, still hitting before game, at the end of that voluntary practice. She was the last one standing. It's just great to have someone like that to lead your ball club, and it's had a tremendous impact on our roster.
As you've scouted Florida State, what stood out the most about Lonnie's squad?
They're really well coached. Florida State is just extremely well coached. Travis does a tremendous job with their hitters, and their defense is always, they're athletic, they're smart, they're disciplined. They're just extremely well coached. And then they're doing something with their pitching staff where they're pitching by committee, and they've got 5 kids with 70 innings plus, I think, and they just, all their ERAs are under 3. They just rotate them in and out, and they don't let anyone get beat up, and they keep the other team constantly adjusting to the new pitchers, and they're just a really talented team. They're a really good team. They're really a well-coached team, and they're a very experienced ball club.
So, Coach, what do you think are some of the things that have allowed you to have this 7-game winning streak that you're doing better of late that maybe you improved on that you were doing earlier in the season?
We're definitely a better ball club right now, and I think everything we did from September 1st till now was based on the postseason. When I took the job, and the day we signed NiJaree Canady, I was coaching to go to the World Series. Anything less than that is going to be a disappointment. So everything we have done, beginning with the beginning of fall practices, has been based on getting this program to the World Series. And so it doesn't surprise me that we're playing our best ball now in the postseason, but I think that the kids just simply relaxing finally. I was on them. I've been on them like, man. First thing we had to do was establish a culture of toughness, mentally tough kids, and that was really hard. That was really, really hard to do and confusing to the athletes. And then about 3 weeks ago, I just had a team meeting. Said, look, I don't have to coach you the same way now. We're tough. You're very tough. Now we have fun. We put our focus now on play the game with joy, play the game to have fun, because you are a mentally tough ball club. and let's enjoy every second the rest of the way. And I think that's what you're seeing right now. You see in a ball club that they shifted gears and they've relaxed, and they know they have a swagger about them. Once I let up on them a little bit and turned it over, you know, like, you lead. I said, I'm not yelling anymore. You lead from within. Let the leaders, you guys correct the situations yourself. If something needs to be said, leaders say it. Coach doesn't need to say it anymore. Once we got to that point and we let the leaders start leading the ball club from within, and that's when we just shifted gears. And that's what we've seen in the postseason. We see a bunch of kids that are playing loose and free and happy, but are mentally tough.
Time for one more.
How do you balance Canady's workload in that it's hot? These are stressful games. You could go a 3-game series here in the Super. You might want her to be out there for almost every pitch, but at some point you have to acknowledge she may not be able to go every pitch.
Yeah, it's really tricky with her. And she also wants to be at, you know, like I said, you know, we hit 128 swings yesterday morning and we hit 128 swings yesterday evening. NiJaree does probably 256. I mean, she doubles everything. She is tricky, and you can't, you know, I grew up like I was a big Chicago Bulls fan because I'm from Illinois when he was in his heyday. And, you know, you read all the stuff he did in practice, and that's what she reminds me of, her, the way she approaches practice. Everything is she doesn't do anything halfway. And so when you can't trust her, like when she was injured and we were working through this leg injury in March, like, do not dive for a ball. If a ground ball goes by you, let it go to shortstop. Like I say, if a pop-up, let it fall. She's gonna make the play. It doesn't matter what you say to her, she's gonna make the play. And so we just have to, I think you have to accept it. Well, that's what she is. She's a great competitor. She's gonna overdo everything. And then there's times when I think we just maybe we just have to set her down at some point. We may not be able to let her take every single at bat, or we may not let her be able to throw every pitch that she wants to throw. We may have to, you know, take her out when she doesn't want to come out. But we're gonna have to protect her a little bit because she's a worker and she's a competitor and she wants the ball, and she wants to work regardless of practice, regardless of game, regardless of pregame. She's always all in and going all out.
Thank you, guys.